Every day, small businesses face a mounting wave of repetitive tasks. Customer questions arrive after hours, invoices stack up on desks, and new leads sit waiting for immediate follow-up. To clear the backlog, many teams turn to artificial intelligence in the most accessible way possible. An employee opens a browser tab, signs in to a cloud tool, and starts pasting in data to draft quick responses. While this produces emails quickly, it still requires a person to drive every single action. The workflow halts the moment that employee closes their laptop, loses focus, or shifts their attention to another urgent fire. A process that relies on continuous human supervision to move from one step to the next is entirely dependent. True autonomous agents require independence to actually reduce a company's workload. This topological map illustrates cloud dependency. Data leaves the local network, travels to external servers, and loops back. Relying on external connections introduces failure. If an employee shuts down their workstation, a tab crashes, or Wi-Fi drops, the workflow stops dead. This setup also forces employees to continuously copy sensitive details, like customer names, private appointment notes, and billing records, into temporary external sessions that the business does not control. If an AI agent is going to handle customer records securely around the clock, it cannot live in a rented browser tab. It needs a permanent physical home inside the business. This is the askingAi Mini PC, a dedicated, always-on piece of hardware built specifically to act as a permanent foundation for business automation. Operating as a local gateway, the device serves as a strict internal checkpoint. You dictate exactly which workflows run entirely on the machine and which external services they are allowed to communicate with. By keeping the processing environment on premises, an agent can organize information from approved business folders and draft local responses, keeping sensitive operational data secured before it ever touches the public internet. Bringing the hardware in-house establishes a clear boundary. When the physical location of the automation moves from external servers to internal hardware, the business retains total ownership of the workflow. Consider a local HVAC company. Long after staff go home, the business receives a steady stream of quote requests, maintenance queries, and service reminders. Instead of waiting for an office manager to log in the next morning, the mini PC remains powered on and active in the empty office, continuously monitoring approved business inboxes without human intervention. This diagram shows the mini PC categorizing messages autonomously. Standard inquiries route to a local draft folder, and high-priority issues go to an urgent flag. For hybrid flexibility, the local hub selectively routes encrypted requests to a larger cloud model when complex processing is needed. This continuous overnight processing ensures that when the human workforce arrives the next morning, they sit down to an organized, prioritized task list rather than a chaotic inbox. As a business relies more heavily on these automated workflows, the financial implications of scaling that usage become a major operational concern. This line graph illustrates API scalability, tracking how monthly cloud subscription costs behave over time. Because external platforms charge by the interaction, adding new users, larger workflows, and extra API calls creates exponential cost growth. Now compare those compounding fees to the flat baseline at the bottom of the chart. That line represents the fixed, one-time investment of owning a dedicated mini PC. Even as the automated workload increases, the baseline cost remains entirely stable. Achieving true financial predictability in business automation requires stepping away from the open-ended software rental model and investing directly in owned infrastructure. Cloud platforms remain incredibly useful. They are fast, accessible tools for human brainstorming sessions, drafting quick marketing emails, or conducting one-off research. But when a workflow involves sensitive customer records, requires scheduled uptime through the night, and must execute autonomously without human prompting, it belongs on local hardware. To build a reliable digital workforce that operates 24 hours a day, a business must first provide that workforce with a permanent physical foundation.